Very indeed. Now, Kundosani, of course, we have comments from the Thai newspapers. Of course, all the media wants to have their say on this. Now, we start off with Thai Rat Lompiantit, who in his column today said that the Thai government should, in fact, step up its game, and that's with regards to foreign affairs, because normally we are one step behind the Cambodians. Now, he said that Cambodia has always made the first move in blaming the Thai government to the international community, and this columnist blames the Prime Minister himself for being too slow in his diplomatic efforts, and that's the cause of this problem. Now, the Foreign Minister, Kasit Piron, was also attacked in this editorial, with the writer saying that he has not been very good at his job at all, and furthermore, this diplomatic war that they're continuing will only intensify, as Cambodia knows that they have no better chance of pressuring Thailand through than through these talks, because perhaps, apparently, according to this columnist, on the battlefield, Cambodia doesn't stand a chance against Thailand.
Right, and Lompliantit said the Prime Minister should really brush up on his international diplomacy, or else he would be no match for Prime Minister Hun Sen and Foreign Minister Hornam Hong. Now, it's also worth mentioning, Kun Arglit, to say that Prime Minister Pisitwit Chashiwa has been under fire. Critics have been saying that it was the wrong move for Thailand to brush aside ASEAN help to mediate the talks between Thailand and Cambodia. So it puts Thailand at a lose the diplomatic leverage. Now, the columnist also said the government should take an offensive stance and clarify the world of truth of how Cambodia troops initiated the clashes and used Prat Vihan as a military base to attack Thai villages, adding that it's time to pressure them back. Now, he also concluded by saying that the more the government waits and do nothing about it, it's likely that Thailand will lose to Cambodia in one way or another.
Right, now all these politicians bickering back and forth, we already know basically what they're going to say, but we do have actually some reports from some Thai troops about these clashes. Now, Thai troops who are stationed in the border area came under sustained rocket and mortar fire during the clashes as Cambodian troops attempted to seize control of the area. Now, these Thai soldiers have been stationed for quite some time just a little bit northwest of Prat Vihan Temple in a hilly area known to the Cambodians by the name of Satat Som, which the Cambodians, it is assumed, have planned to take over. Now, Sub-Lieutenant Thanapon Sukprasert said that the Cambodian soldiers had fired rounds from BM-21 122mm multiple rocket launchers and also from 120mm mortars at the Thai troops during a major attack on Saturday. Now, he also claimed that the Cambodian troops had, in fact, raided a Thai military post. In response to this, Thai troops had retaliated, firing off as many rounds as were fired at them. This is according to the soldier. Now, even one soldier went on to boast that Thai soldiers, and this is a quote from him, are of course better, and all of them are ready to fight because the territorial issue is not something that we can lose to Cambodia.
And meanwhile, the Army private who was detained and later released by Cambodia was questioned by Defense Minister and the Army chief who visited the border area yesterday. Private Songkran Thong Champu had been captured during the clash with Cambodian soldiers in Si Saket last Sunday, and he was then released on Tuesday. An Army source said the private said he had been well treated, but Cambodian authorities demanded him sign a letter in exchange, for his release. Now, the private did not know the real meaning of the letter written in Cambodian. However, he was told that it was a letter to ask Prime Minister Hun Sen to help return him back home.
Right, now this source, who prefers not to be named, said there was concern that this soldier may have in fact been forced to sign the confession statement to the effect that Thailand had attacked and invaded Cambodia. However, on the other hand, Army Chief General Prayut Chan-o-cha said that he did not think that the soldier, whose name is Private Songkran, had made any confession or any statement that could in fact be thought of as damaging to Thailand.
Right, and with that we move on to the domestic political situation concerning the yellow shirt demonstrations. Metropolitan Police Division 1 Commander Wichai Sangprapai yesterday met with People's Alliance for Democracy, or PAD, core leader Jamlong Seemeung, as well as leaders from the Thai Patriots Network concerning the reopening of traffic lanes in Ratchadamnern Nok Avenue and Pisanu Lok, which have been blocked by anti-government demonstrators. Now, the Thai Patriots Network representative said he had yet to hold talks with other leaders of the group about the reopening of the roads. Now, the network is expected to give its answer to police in the coming days. Now, the PAD, which is staging a rally in front of the Education Ministry, also declined to say when it would reopen the traffic lanes.
Right, so we don't know exactly what the traffic situation will be like around there, but there has been some positive developments by the PAD. Now, you may remember that they wanted to file a petition. They have decided not to send this petition to the Administrative Court to overrule the government's imposition of the Internal Security Act in 7 districts around Bangkok, which in fact took place yesterday and will last for 15 days. Now, initially, the PAD had argued that the rally had remained within the law and that they had not caused any violence and had no weapons on them. Therefore, the use of the Internal Security Act was unjustified. However, they have now backed off from this stance until they are sure of exactly how the police plan to handle the situation. However, further movements have not yet been ruled out. Now, also with regards to, you may remember we talked about yesterday that the PAD had planned to visit Sisakhet province in order to help improve the morale of soldiers and local villagers. This visit has now also been cancelled due to strong protests from local villagers in the area. This included a 300-person rally by unhappy locals who said that they're not that pleased with the PAD's actions regarding the border conflict. Now, despite the fact that they're not going to go themselves, they will, however, send a delegation of representatives to the area, and the plan is for them to go there, hand out supplies, perhaps keep away from the political issues and just try to do some good there. So this is a good positive development by the PAD.
Correct. And with that, let's move on to our cartoon from Daily News. And the comic strip today features 2 people discussing the border issue. So I'll be the first man, and he says war will only bring losses to both sides, and he must soften his approach so that both sides can resolve the conflict.
Right, who's he? Who are you talking about? Is it the Thai or the Cambodian government?
And the first man replies, and he pointed at PAD core leader Jamrong Seemeung, who was yelling, "Send in the F-16s and excuse me, and show them the true power of Thailand."
Right. Were you trembling with fear there when you said that?
Yes. It was that obvious.
You saw the word F-16 fighter plane and you started choking up there.
And that wraps up our edition of Morning Focus. And with that, we